This video is sponsored by Shredlights. Shredlights is, by consensus, the best lighting solution for your electric skateboard. It's bright, durable, and easy to install with its patented mounting system. Visit shredlights.com right now and use the discount code ESKATEHQ to get 10% off your purchase. Alright, we've all heard about Meepo board, the OG that kickstarted the affordable electric skateboard era circa 2017. And since then, from Meepo V1 to V4s, each new iteration of Meepo continues to be amongst the best electric skateboards to get at $400. Now, in February 2023, Meepo announced the Meepo V5. So, will this be the worthy successor to the popular Meepo V4s? Let's run through the specs. First, the deck. Meepo V5 uses an 8-ply Canadian maple deck. It has a mild flex and a deep concave. The concave isn't the most pronounced, but it is ample enough to make our feet feel comfortable and secure. The V5 also sees the return of the handle cutout, which undoubtedly makes the board look less cool. Still, it is always tremendously helpful when carrying this 18.5-pound or 8.4 kilogram board. We also quite like the design of the V5. The board looks polished and premium by going with a simple blue and black design and showing some of the bare maple deck. Definitely not toyish, unlike some older Meepo. As for the electronic speed controller, the V5 uses a Lingyi ESC with a push-to-start feature. It features 4 speed modes and 4 braking modes that can be adjusted separately. The unusual part is the controller. Instead of using the typical Lingyi ESC remote, the one with mislabeled reverse button, Meepo designed a new Lingyi remote which made it look almost identical to the generic Hobbywing ESC remote. This also means the Meepo V5 remote does not have a screen showing speed and range. So if you really want a screen on the remote, you will have to buy the Meepo 5's remote, $69, or pair your V5 with another Lingyi ESC compatible remote. Next, the motors. The Meepo V5 uses dual 500-watt hub motors, which is surprising to us as the last generation Meepo V4s used bigger dual 540-watt hub motors. We think Meepo is trying to cater to the V5 for the newcomers, prioritizing battery efficiency instead of continuing to be over the top with power. This makes sense as V4 and V4s are crazily powerful, and we reviewers love them for that, but it didn't make much sense for regular uses and was tough for beginner riders to get comfortable to. Also, for V5, they improved the design of the hub motors. It should be better for cooling now and easier to swap up the PU sleeves. Meepo claims that the motors can deliver us a maximum speed of 28 miles per hour or 45 kilometers per hour. During our test, we indeed reached a top speed of 27 miles per hour or 44 kilometers per hour. This means the Meepo V5 is still the fastest board amongst budget boards despite stepping back on motor power. For the trucks, Meepo has updated their signature shredder trucks. These are 7-inch trucks angled at 45 degrees made by Meepo. These trucks came out of the box pretty loose and carvy, which is different from Meepo's typical style. More on that later. Now let's go to the batteries. The Meepo V5 has 2 battery options, a standard 4 amp hour 144 watt hour battery with a marketed range of 11 miles or 18 kilometers, and an extended range version with a 288 watt hour battery with a marketed range of 19.8 miles or 32 kilometers. We received the ER version of the board, and our lightweight 65 kilogram rider reached a maximum distance of 18.6 miles or 30 kilometers, hitting the marketed range claim. As we all know, the range is subjective to the rider's riding speed and weight, so your mileage may vary. Meepo V5 has an IP55 waterproof rating, so riding the board on some puddles wouldn't be an issue. Do remember to wipe it down as soon as possible, as a wet battery will degenerate over a few months. The board also comes with a bash guard for the deck to protect it from collisions. And that wraps the specs on the V5, so without further ado, let's see how all of those turn out in the riding experience. Unsurprisingly, when it comes to speed control, the Meepo V5 retains its signature punchy acceleration and strong brake. On the highest riding mode, the board kicks off aggressively. While this is fun for those seeking thrills, beginners should stay within the first 3 speed modes, which are much more gentle in acceleration and braking. With that said, the speed control of the V5 is indeed less aggressive than the V4 and the V4s. Again, this may disappoint some riders, but will help new riders feel more comfortable while learning to ride. The deck is undoubtedly the best part of the V5. It is nice and comfortable to stand on. As we have said, the wide concave deck makes it easy to feel where our feet are and keeps them feeling secure. Going with a deck that's on the stiffer side also means that the board feels more stable when riding fast. The new shredder trucks came out of the box loose, making the board too easy to turn. While that is fun for carving, it gets a bit sketchy when riding at top speed, so we tightened it up by a little. With the right tightness, the truck strikes a good balance between maneuverability and stability. It carves pretty nicely with good returns to center and keeps the board steady at high speed. These new shredder trucks are okay. When it comes to road vibration, the results should surprise no one. Being a hub motor board that rolls with thin urethane on the hubs and regular 90mm wheels, Meepo V5 is really uncomfortable when riding on rough pavements. It is not worse than any other hub motor board, it's simply not better. So, here comes the summary. With some improvements in parts quality and not a whole lot of changes, Meepo V5 remains a very good entry electric skateboard while being more beginners friendly than ever. Beside the higher than typical 28 mph top speed, Meepo V5 did not try to do too much. Instead, this 2023 Meepo tries to be better at the little things. Better waterproofing, better hub design, truck quality, etc. So, if you are looking for your first electric skateboard and are not sure what to get, Meepo V5 is a good place to start. We are just sad that it is no longer a speed monster like the Meepo V4 was. As always, if you are looking to buy a Meepo, or actually any e-skate, be sure to use our affiliated discount code with the link below. It will help you get a small monetary discount and helps us out too. You'll also be tagged as an Electric Skateboard HQ customer and probably be treated better. Ride safe, guys.